So today we are just a couple hours south of the Sacramento area in a rural community, and we are trying to validate some energy for another wonderful and amazing client, another RAD client. And so we are doing a little bit of work to, of course, protect some anonymity for her. So she will not be featured on camera, but her voice will be on camera, validating as we go. And it's also good to note that we did have a phone reading together a few months ago. While I do so many readings, most of it's kind of a fog at this point. So I do remember some vague bits of information, but really nothing specific. So this will give me an opportunity to have a very raw and organic experience directly in the space, but also allow my team members to have a little bit of their own experience energetically for things that they may feel as we do our walkthrough, just to see what's going on here and see, you know, good, bad, active, residual, who, what, when, where, why, how, because we want to make sure that every client gets the resolution that they deserve with any paranormal activity, whether it's friendly or not friendly. Our goal is the same at the end of the day, is to make sure that people are happy and at peace and getting what they need. So it's not too large of a location, which is helpful in a way. It gives us, you know, the opportunity to really saturate it with documentation and validation. Before I go into some of the things that I'm picking up and feeling, and because I was talking to her a little bit about some things, but I want this to be as raw and cold. Brent, Wendy, what are your initial impressions? Anything you feel?
I've got nothing.
I haven't really felt a whole lot. I feel some chest stuff going on.
Okay.
Sharp chest pain.
Yeah.
That could be just me too.
Well, yeah, we did eat a lot of tamales yesterday. So yeah, and are there any particular features you're seeing on any souls? Are you seeing anything? Are you seeing more residual? Are you seeing land? Are you feeling anything going on? Is there anything that you're kind of feeling inside the space or that might be kind of chattering around you?
Not really just yet.
Okay.
We just arrived and sort of haven't settled into the
Yeah.
space.
Yeah. We have to
Feel the space.
We have to open ourselves because there is some stuff that I feel.
I'm kind of drawn to the back and to the left, but I don't really trust my feelers. I don't claim any gifts, so.
Yeah, no, and I think that it's good that we kind of use collectively all of our energy and obviously all the tools. That's why we brought all the equipment, because it's great that our feelers pick up things and that's very validating, but we want each layer of the equipment to give you that extra validation. And we never let one piece of equipment speak for itself.
Right.
You know, it is that really good layered approach that where one meter might be going off, well, is there a reason it could be going off that's not paranormal? Let's take another meter and try this. Let's take another meter and try that. Oh, well, let's try the structured light sensor camera over there. How many things can we get happening in certain areas? And then that paints a beautiful and bigger picture of what is actually occurring in the home. Oh yeah, I can feel them. There's some energy going on.
I definitely do. Keep looking towards that way.
Yeah. So I think we'll take a little walk through, and obviously, we've informed our client that
Right.
Don't give us anything leading until we've done our walkthrough, so we can have a really beautifully organic experience and pick things up one by one as we open through the space, and then we can regroup and say everything we felt together collectively, and then you can validate as we go or collectively, you know, what we felt that made sense to you. Does that sound good? Okay.
Cool.
So we'll do a little wandering. I keep hearing it's ringing.
Yeah.
In your left ear too?
Yeah, it's a lot.
In the left ear, just like the washing machine is going?
No, it's a
pitch.
different type of sudden ring that usually happens when an energy is close.
Yeah.
So
It's almost like tinnitus.
yeah,
Oh,
but we've
not
you know, been medically checked and it's not actual tinnitus, and
tinnitus.
which is good, you know, and we've, you know, my doctors peered in there, looked and done nice ENT doctor, you know, checking everything out.
Your ears are clean.
Everything's good, but they're also they had no logical explanation as to why I would get random high frequency and sometimes airplane type feelings suddenly when I'm in a place for no reason. And so they just look at me, well, you're kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's basically all I get from them. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a particular energy that appreciates this in this space. There's an energy that really appreciates that. I gotta figure out which one it is. Because I'm feeling all kinds of interestingness, but I'm just trying to sort it out. It's like a game of duck, duck, goose.
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Ringing. Really sure what I'm feeling right now.
Isn't it kind of weird? Like that ambiguity?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dewdrop diffuser.
Ooh.
Yes. Have one myself.
I've got a dewdrop and a desert mist, and now Brent got me the lantern.
It's cool. It looks like a lantern, but instead
does.
it diffuses. It's awesome.
Hmm.
Being a good boyfriend.
Just talk. Come on, tell me what you need to tell me. Huh? Yeah, I know. It's okay. Very interesting. Let's try Brent, Wendy. Put a hand on the bed.
I can't.
You can't? Oh, because you're holding the rig.
Yeah.
And see just like any residual energy that you might feel coming off of this. Okay. Sometimes it takes a few minutes just to like absorb
It sure does.
the location.
Does it matter that I usually have the window open?
No, it won't affect any of our findings. Trust me, the dead will talk regardless.
Yeah.
What?
They'll holler.
One of the things I'm going to want to do is take a perimeter walk with the Mel-Meter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
We don't normally do that, but because...
Well, we were planning on going outside.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
maybe when we get after do the cold walkthrough, let's go outside as part of the cold walkthrough with the Mel-Meter.
I like
Can
it.
we do that?
We can do
Okay.
that.
Ding, ding,
That
ding,
that
ding.
would make me happy. That would be perfect. Because we want to see. Because we did notice that there is some. To try to be vague, there is some electrical equipment nearby that could impact. It could affect paranormal activity. It could raise the volume of activity because it's food.
Absolutely.
So just letting you know that it can add to that. So we are going to want to sweep inside and your outside
To see
with
the
our
levels.
meters to see, make sure the levels are comfortable for you and safe for your physical body, but also what that could be doing to paranormal activity, like how that could be contributing.
Intensifying it?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it can be a raw food source. So we need to be mindful of that, which hence the reason we have meters galore. What do you feel?
A lot of emotions.
Okay.
A lot of emotions. It's really hard to quantify right now. It's just a lot.
And giving the words to it can be difficult, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Because this blanket feels significant to me. This blanket has an extreme emotional significance to
It
me.
definitely does.
So I'm being drawn to this very.
I can't
How-
stop. I can't
Yeah.
stop touching
That's
it.
why,
I keep
that's why you
looking.
wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm palpably being drawn to this. They're telling me something about. I don't know why they're telling me something's about it, but
There's definitely
They just-
something about it.
and maybe it's, if you wanted to say yes or no that there should be a reason I would be feeling emotions to it. Like it could be yours.
Well, this is my emotions, you mean?
Like if your emotions are leaking into this, but this blanket, you don't have to give me too many details, but I feel this is connected to some sort of soul energy. Like this has a connection somewhere.
Yeah.
I just don't know where.
So I won it in a Bunko raffle.
Okay. So possibly the person who made it,
Yeah.
their energy could still be attached to it.
And that person, this is a small community,
Right.
and
Okay.
that person was very thankful and
Oh.
that I won it.
Oh,
I-
so that there's
I
that
don't-
emotional
yeah,
connection.
I don't
Okay.
know. And
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if she knew my family or
And she is still in fact living, correct? The person who made it.
the person who made it.
Mhm.
The last I heard.
Okay, good.
So like I've had this for probably only 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Because I feel a lot of emotion, like she was saying, in this space.
But I can't really exactly.
But I think this might be living people emotion. I'm feeling the emotions of the living in the space, kind of palpably, actually. So I'm gonna have to sort it out.
Could it be, what's going on with me?
Maybe. Yeah, it could be your own emotions might be leaking into the space, which is fine. It's part of our thing as being, empathic. Yeah, is that we're gonna feel everything, the living and the dead, because both matter. You matter just as equally as much as the souls that we're gonna feel over the course of the investigation.
I was very happy because I've never won.
Yeah, no, that's exciting.
Big, or, so.
Okay.
My neck hurts a little bit in here, and I don't feel like I sleep well. I feel like a lot of insomnia.
Oh.
I feel a lot of insomnia.
100%.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I take 2 Tylenol PMs. I take 2 Z-Quils. I take...
Oh, my
Your body
gosh.
just won't shut down.
Yeah.
Maybe we should try meditation. Have you tried any meditation techniques? Well, we'll talk about that as we go along, because I think that would
That might really help.
be one more piece of the puzzle. You obviously you're into like the oils and stuff too, which is good, and a good, nice, healthy option. But adding meditation into it, different techniques as a whole package of just good sleep hygiene, as it were, to like get you into the right mindset. It's kind of, your body's fighting itself right now is what it feels like. It literally feels like you're at war with yourself, and you're not getting any support from anybody. Nobody's listening to you or understanding your internal physical and emotional battles, and they're just ignoring you, and you're left to just figure it out, and that's not fair. And that's not right. So, and obviously that makes sense too. Yeah.
You need to be heard.
So, I don't mean to make all my clients cry, but yeah. But we'll get you figured out.
Yeah. Gosh.
We will get this figured out.
Not being heard.
Because it feels like people just really don't give you the credit you're due. Like at all. And I actually get this profound need of healing, but also this profound ability to heal. This beautiful healing energy that springs from your heart. Like your heart chakra is full of love and healing.
Yeah.
But it's like it gets pissed on. It's kind of, for lack of a better term. So we will find a way to help you achieve a little bit of balance with this. And I'm feeling that male I was telling you earlier that I was feeling, I still feel him following me around. He's quiet, he's standing in the background, but he's just like, I'm making sure everything's going good here. Like he's trying to approve of what I'm doing.
So do you want me to say anything?
You could say, like, if that makes any sense without going too far. Like, does that make sense to you?
So during our phone reading, he was there.
Oh, he was one of them. Okay. God, I wish I could remember all these readings. That'd be so helpful.
I know, that's why I was like, do you want me to tell you? Or?
Yeah, we'll put it together because I wanna keep piecing him together a little bit. He's I almost feel like he comes in and sits at the end of the bed. Like I don't know that you would actually feel it happening, but I feel like he comes and sits and watches. Like there's a level of concern that's coming from him, and wanting to protect, like a concerned protective energy. Like really, he's strong and silent, and very doting. He seems to be your height, or not. Maybe not. Like he's not very tall.
Oh.
He's not like Brent at all. Like that's not what's happening here. He's a shorter fellow. He's so cute.
I was just gonna say that.
He's an adorable little stinker.
Yeah.
He's really just. He says that somebody's not speaking to you well, and he doesn't like it. It's bothering him. So I don't know if you have a friend, a family member, somebody in your life that's not speaking to you well, but he doesn't like the way somebody has been speaking to you. And also, the way you speak to yourself. He's really not enjoying that. He says that you are a precious gift. So this is a really close connection of some kind. This is within the, this is a 1-2 generation connection. This is a very close connection. He's very much a worrywart. Nice guy though. There was another woman in the front room that was just sitting and like not doing anything yet, but she was just kind of like, she's waiting for us to go like break and eat because she wants to make sure that we have enough to eat.
Oh,
So
that's so sweet.
she's waiting for that.
How old is this one?
Maybe 60s or 70s, give or take, but it's so hard to see them. I can't quite see her. And the funny thing with these dead people is they show me different ages of life, especially like when they're healthy or happy or that kind of thing. There is a younger woman in the space as well that hasn't decided to fully manifest and step forward to me.
There's a few.
I think I'll just wander around and keep trying to find them all.
I like
We'll
it.
track them down.
They'll show up.
Oh,
Yes, they will.
It's interesting. Hello.
sorry.
That's the wrong answer.
This is not the pressure cooker. Oh my god. There seems to be, I'm getting a sensation of visual phenomena in the location. Visual phenomena, like shadows and movement. But most of them are just poking around, checking things out. But I feel like there's that and like occasional knocking and tapping on things that you could debunk as possibly something else. So I can't for sure quantify it as paranormal, but I feel like there could be some auditory phenomena as well.
You'd think.
So
Earthquakes.
all of a sudden just something sounds like somebody's come in or somebody's come in. I think that's just the mail though. All right.
Felt the jet thing.
And what is that? What is that?
So I get empathic feelings from living and dead, but I just all of a sudden felt
Really hard.
massive sharp pains in my chest, like that wanted to take me down. Like it could
Yeah,
be.
I felt, in fact,
Somebody
I felt.
telling you something, or
Yeah, they're showing me something about their
they're
body.
sharing what happened to them.
Yeah.
I felt it before we even got here. I got really, really, and I was like, I hope I'm not having a heart attack right now.
Yeah, this is literal coronary. Like,
do you want me to say anything?
yeah, I feel like something got blocked. Like there's a blockage in.
So
Stop the heart.
Yeah.
2 people in my family, my dad's dad and my mom's mom, both passed away from heart attacks. One was on his break at the 10-minute break, and he just sat down to eat his lunch and he was gone.
He was gone, yeah.
Oh
And
my
that
God.
my grandma was at the dining room table crocheting, and boom, gone. So
Okay.
both
of them
them
had the Widowmakers.
Mhm. One was younger and one was older.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that
Because it was pretty painful. All of a sudden I crossed this area and just they hit me with like that feeling of just my chest was caving in.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's not
I
okay.
felt that right before we
This
got
feels
here. I was
this to me
like,
feels like a male. They're telling me this is a male.
So that would have been my dad's dad. And
Okay.
he passed away at 54.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
too young. Oh my gosh.
And it literally burns, like I can feel like burning going down, like it's like causing this like weird burning
Oh, it's like,
sensation,
oh.
like oh,
That's
very
right.
uncomfortable. He seems to be just like the type that didn't pay attention to his body.
That's exactly what you said in the phone reading. You
Okay,
said
okay.
he didn't, you didn't use the word heed, but he didn't heed the warning
Okay.
signs.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, because some of these souls are starting to feel a little familiar to me. So, because I know our reading was several months ago, so God, how time flies.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you've already mentioned 4 of them,
Oh,
so.
well, I'm glad that they're showing back up. Thank you guys.
Same.
Because sometimes they skunk me.
Oh.
Not very often though.
I know you don't have any pets, but I keep seeing like a little black dog. And I don't know if that's from the land, like somebody nearby, but they're showing me like this little black dog, like Little tail like.
So we used to have a little Chihuahua,
Oh.
a little one, and his name was Choco.
Choco.
And so we did have a little.
Okay.
This was like when I was little.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter.
Still
And
around.
there is a German Shepherd across the way, but he's not little.
Yeah, no, this is like a little tiny dog doing the little butt wiggle, the butt dance.
Tippy taps.
That's probably
You know.
probably Choco.
Just
little
the tail of the butt.
Yeah,
It's
little
quite
butt,
cute,
too.
you know, just like excited little, the little wriggle dance.
Really cute.
So that's interesting. I mean, and it's kind of interesting to note that, well, death is not the end, obviously. So souls can transcend time and space, and even though it was a animal from a long time ago, it doesn't matter because you're connected. So
Those pets, yay.
they're still here wriggling their little butt.
Feed them.
I know. They're much easier
Or pick
to
up the
maintenance.
poop, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's kind of cute. That's neat to see. I think that maybe what we can do is take the elf meter outside and continue the cold walk through outside with the elf meter. And then we'll come back in after that and we'll do a little bit of talk and validation of what I'm feeling, what you're feeling, and hear some of your stories and information and that kind of stuff. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Do you need to do the kitchen or no?
Well,
I don't know.
maybe.
I feel like you just did.
Well, I kind of felt a little bit in
It's
both
not.
areas.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, that big of a space. So I'm just wondering. It's up to you. You're the.
Hey, I'm the professional, right? I get weird stomach pain in here, oddly enough. I get sharp pain in the belly in here, and I don't know what that is all about, like digestive or intestinal discomfort in here. It feels bubbly. So being an empath, it'll be really weird to feel things from the living and the dead that could just be imprinted into the space. And I usually get it on a sense where I just feel it. They don't always tell me why I'm feeling it.
Oh, gotcha.
I just get to feel it, yay.
Feelings.
Yeah, that's great. So this could be, diverticulitis, colitis, even uterine or ovarian issues, other digestive GERD. I mean, it's all in this region. It feels uncomfortable. So, and the older female is still waiting to
Feed you.
take care of us. She wants to take care of us. She wants to dote on us. She's like, oh, are we having a party? Kinda. It sort of in an odd, abstract way. Yes, it's sort of a party with the other side. She's an interesting soul. Neat lady, though. Yeah, I think that we want to check some of that energy outside. I think that would be smart.
Because that definitely could affect your sleep and stuff.
Oh God, yeah. If the EMF is too high, that will impact a lot of things.
You know, it's funny too. When I first moved in here, I never noticed that I had tinnitus, and
now you do?
yeah,
Well,
And we're gonna wanna validate the fields.
That is causing
I don't know.
That kind of worries
No
me.
way though, because oh my
that.
god,
It can get a little.
it's just that's why I have the fan in the room.
Well, and if you're a little bit spiritually connected as well, that can contribute to some of these experiences. So if you're just a little bit sensitive to energy, it can wreak a little bit of havoc. Yeah, pretty consistent RF around the whole perimeter.
What was the readings on the RS?
It's gone up. The highest has gone as the right there is like 2.4, and now it's back to 1.9. So it's been jumping around, but the highest that's really gone is like 2 point something. It hasn't gone too bad, and that's, I mean, there are reasons there would
Yeah.
be radio frequencies.
It's like an alarm system and everything.
Oh, it says cell tower. Yeah, there's cell towers.
Okay, so you're gonna get, there is a cell tower, so you're gonna get it, and it's cool that it identifies that. So high RF, but not high milligauss, and it's the milligauss that we were concerned about.
That is what we were concerned about.
So that's cool.
So that feels a little bit better. Somebody I feel like someone's standing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal with,
It's weird, like somebody's standing around, or I gotta follow them.
maybe it's back there. I think they're both about the same height.
This one, there's no way it was done in 19.
Ooh. This, I feel more of that chest pain out here. And I feel like something standing in the shadows. I feel something weird standing. And I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like necessarily negative, but it's almost like this is something much older, land-based, very old. And I don't know what would be, I've been out here way before houses, but this is something out here. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel weird out here, for lack of a better term. This area right out here, I just feel strange.
Oh no, kind of unusual.
And it's like not like a negativity, dark strange. I just feel like they're trying to tell me something, and I don't quite know what they're trying to tell me yet. They're trying to indicate something to me, so I'm trying to listen to them. Of what are they trying to share with me? Just be a little clearer. Oh, that's what you wanted me to see. Well, they are pretty.
Oh yeah.
She's like, take some time to stop and smell the flowers.
Literally.
All right, we will.
Okay. Pushy little gal.
Don't forget to smell the flowers.
I will go smell the flowers. Does that make you feel better?
It's hilarious.
Yes, it does. Very picky little
We
one.
will stop for roses.
They are lovely. Is there any EMF on the flowers?
You never know.
No, thankfully, no. Sometimes spirits leave energy on plants. I mean, it does happen.
Well,
We had that last night.
the roses. Well,
I've named all the rose bushes.
Oh,
Family members.
Oh. Well, this one seems to be drawing my attention.
yeah.
Like
This especially.
they drew me to this one in particular, because I mean this one's blooming too and it's pretty, and
Yeah, this one is.
but they
this one
they
is
drew
more-
me specifically to this one. So I guess, does this one have a deep?
This one,
Resonance.
I think, is the one that's trying to feed you.
Oh, she's like, look at the flowers, come in and
Oh,
eat.
that's so sweet.
Very sweet lady. Would the rest of you like to talk about your flowers?
Yeah.
Anybody?
They made me tell I need to clean them. Do something. Mhm.
Didn't bring my clippers.
Just listening to the plants. I feel a lot of the chest pain here, and like right in this region right here. This one feels quiet. I don't know what that means, but this one feels quiet. Sweet but quiet.
Say melody.
No, it does not tell me. At least not yet. Can you tell me which one of you it belongs
Yeah.
to? It'd be nice. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not going to make you, but you could.
Kind of like to know.
I mean, honestly, it has a male vibration to me, but I don't know. I mean, for sure, it feels male-ish. But he's so quiet to me that I can't seem to drag a word out of this man. Does that make sense to you? Okay, we're getting a nodding confirmation.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. That's awesome.
They like this though, but this is the one that I got pulled to, but they're really appreciative. But this,
That
I think that's what I was feeling is, oh, now that makes sense. It's when you come to commune with them, sometimes you leave your joys and your griefs out here with, like when you come to like talk to them. And when you're out here pruning, you're out here doing things, but they're saying that you haven't really felt up to doing a lot of the things that you've normally been doing, like just in life in general. Like you haven't been as engaged in day to day. And so they kind of want you to, like, I'm literally seeing the guy saying, come on, get back on the saddle. And like, he's getting on a saddle. Like, that's the imagery he's showing me. He's like, come on, get on the saddle.
And then you're hankering and zip back in the saddle
right?
again.
Like that's kind of the imagery that I'm being shown. And a lot of it's metaphorical, but you know, they want you to like re-engage with how wonderful you are. And them too. Yeah, they're here to help you, and they want you to re-engage with them because they want to provide that help. So, you're not doing this alone, kid. You've got some helpers.
You've got a rose garden.
You do.
What was I singing this morning?
I don't.
Never promised you a rose garden or something.
How'd you know that? Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. You
I
were
was
singing
that earlier.
You were singing
That's
that.
funny, and I didn't know
See?
what. I
Told you
did-
you had feelers.
I do weird stuff like that.
You do some weird stuff like that. It's kind of cool.
I
Well,
don't know why I was
And then I
singing.
Here's
had
the rose
I thought
garden.
I saw something stuck in my head since then.
yeah, it's very, very sweet.
It's funny.
There's a lot of love here. A lot of love.
It's a little mini rose.
That one right there was given to me last Christmas. So he's part of the family, but he's not part of the family. I
Yeah.
don't mean it that way, I just mean
Yeah, like not
I didn't name him
Yeah,
or her, whatever.
not a.
It's just
Not representational of a blood relative. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly.
My ears feel full. I feel plugginess in my ears. I just saw like the residual energy of an argument, like a really, I don't know who was having the argument, but somebody had an argument. There was a little bit of unnecessary words exchanged, is how it just, two people having an argument. This is a male and a female having an argument, and I don't know if it was had out here or if somebody came out here
There
to
goes
like,
the ears.
yeah, the ring is
Yeah.
it's almost like somebody came out here to think for a minute, like take a minute to think.
And somebody followed him out and continued the fight.
It's because I feel actual arguing happening out here, but like I feel like somebody tried to come out and just get away from it, and then, but I feel like no, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna figure this out. I don't want to talk about this. I don't need to deal with this. This is stupid. We need to, it's that kind of dynamic is sort of what I'm feeling. And I don't know how long ago this was, if this is, recent or a long time ago, but it is that type of energy. Like, no, you can't run away. We need to address this. And the other person just like, meh. That kind of vibration. So figure that one out. Yeah, look, there's paw prints.
I'm very much drawn to it.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing little. Yeah. Well, you said the neighbor has a German Shepherd, and they do look like little. Suddenly I'm hearing, and I'm not, let's check my emotions and keep me in the right zone. It's a song that makes me cry. It's In the Garden. It's a hymn. But I keep hearing it's an old religious hymn about, walking like being in the garden alone, and you walk with him, you talk with him, basically like taking everything to God, taking everything to Jesus. Yeah, it's and it's also typically played at funerals a lot of the time, sometimes just as an instrumental, but I keep hearing it. So it feels like some of the souls literally traipse around and walk around in your garden. They're showing me like they're walking with you, they're walking with the light, and they're walking in your garden. And so there's like they're trying to represent, I think, walking with you. Like they're spending time with you as well. Not at all. This place is busy. It's busier than I expected. I did not recall really vaguely anything from our session, so it's nice to have those souls jump back up in front of my face and like, that's me, it's me, remember, oh yeah, you know, it's very nice of them to do that. Yeah, they're wanting to be remembered by me, so I can acknowledge them for you, and then so you can remember them as well. So, that's your mom. That's mom. That's mama. She's the one that's been hesitating coming through. That's the one I've been working on, that I had the hell of a time getting her to talk to me at first. That's mama. She's like, literally, she's like, I'm here. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She's phenomenal. She's like trying to be glammy. I'm like, come on, honey, you don't have to be all glammy. She's like, now that you see me, I might as well look nice. She's very pretty.
Did she say it was
Yeah, she said, she literally repeated the word mom like 5 times in my head until it was like, okay, fine, I'll say it. Because I get nervous about saying things, you know, because hey, we all do with our abilities. But she literally repeated it over and over again. And she's like, we could have done better in life, but we're doing good now. Let's mend our fences now. So, she's nervous about coming forward, though. She's just nervous, and I don't know why. She's just being nervous about it, but she's clearly there because she literally repeated it over and over again. So, it's the older male figure, though, that's the loudest. He's the loudest. Like he's the strong silent type, but he's the loudest as far as wanting to show his presence. Like I can feel his presence closest to you. He physically feels closest. He just is more stoic about what he's having to say. He chooses his words more carefully. Is kind of how I'm feeling about him. But he's he's protective. He hasn't left your side this entire time. He literally isn't leaving your side. So, probably in his 70s, I would say, is give or take, is kind of his age range is what I'm feeling for him. What else do you want to show me? The other little gal, she just wants us to like have a party. She's too focused on that. God, these dead people are just dragging me all over the place. They got me running around in circles. .3.0 on the RF, 4.4.
Yeah. That's not unusual if there's a cell tower nearby.
Yeah.
That'd be expected.
That is what it's picking up. So this is all normal.
Okay. Well, that's a good sign.
It's a very good sign.
That's a good debunk on that.
I'm very comforted by this.
For sure.
This helps me a lot.
Absolutely. You gotta have a pagoda when you live in the country. I love it.
It's in the gazebo.
This could be a very meditative space. You know, obviously when it's warmer, but this could be a nice, good outdoor meditative prayerful space. So this could have some potential as a very good, you know, space to be used for a little bit of you time.
In the summertime.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Not right now.
Yeah.
And obviously in the winter, you'll have to take that party inside.
I do, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, your intuitive ability about people is something that you need to listen to, and that I don't think you've been listening to it too good. So, messages from the other side. Listen to your gut.
Yeah.
Because they are trying to tell you some things. Yeah, it can lead to a lot of consequences.
Yeah, that's what I'm going through right now.
Okay.
I am going with my gut on something, and it's just breaking my heart.
Well, they're telling me that it's the right direction, it's the right decision. Your gut is leading you the right way. As hard as it may be, you've got to listen to your gut, because whatever it is you're needing to listen to, going back the other direction is defeating the purpose, if that makes sense. Being strong and standing up for what you believe you need to stand up for is really important. Because if you don't advocate for you, who will?
I wish I was wrong.
You know, we all do, but it's better to know and to continue to heal and move forward. But it's never easy. Never easy. Because I feel a lot of manipulation and emotional, emotional impact to you. Someone not being good with your emotions or treating your emotions the way they need to be treated. There's some sort of energy that doesn't jive with how you work. But the other side isn't showing me much more than that yet. But that's the initial, they just say, the word manipulation is what I heard. Thing is not right. So let's go in and sort some of this out.
Huh?
So we did our walkthrough of your space and around your land, and thankfully we are able to say that there isn't a whole bunch of EMF baking into your house, so yay! You're not being irradiated and your brain is not being turned into Swiss cheese, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I really appreciate it when that is the situation, obviously. But that does, it shows that there might be a little bit of errant energy that can feed some paranormal activity. So some of the experiences that you may be having in your space, some of them I think are probably related to deceased family that are poking around and making themselves known, which I think is helpful and nice. And then, there's some other living energy, your own emotions and things you said you were going through that I think are leaking into the space a little bit too, which is not your fault. It's just reality. Our blessing later, after we're done with all of the different parts of the investigation, it will lift some of those layers of emotion off and make it a little bit easier for you to think clearly and continue to move forward. Because I think that's kind of part of your goal. But you're also wanting some validation for some of your experiences here. So based on my walkthrough, what things connected for you? What things made sense? What can you validate that we were feeling?
So, the protector, that's my grandpa.
Oh, okay.
And
Hi, Grandpa.
he showed up in the reading as well.
Okay.
And
I vaguely remember that.
You started to come into my space, and he stopped you.
Yeah.
What are you doing and why are you here?
Yeah, he was very protective.
And so.
But so sweet.
Oh, yeah. And he is short.
Okay.
We're Portuguese.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Very short.
Cute little short guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the heart is my dad's dad.
Okay.
We didn't call him Grandpa though. And and he passed away from a massive heart attack.
Okay.
And on his lunch break.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Okay.
The lady who is trying to feed us and
apparently loved that rose bush out there.
Yeah. And that's my grandma, which is his wife.
Oh, okay.
My mom's parents.
Oh, okay.
So, and then out there, so you mentioned a tall, again, we're Portuguese, we're not tall people, so I don't
There's
know.
this weird tall energy, and I don't know who it could have been. Something from the land, it could have been anything.
Yeah.
I just saw this tall figure, but they didn't show themselves clearly to me.
Yeah. And then you mentioned my mom out there past the rose bushes.
Yeah.
And so the rose bushes, I have them named.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the second one, so the first one's my grandpa. The second one's my grandma, which is the yellow one, which is the one that she's trying to feed us, and she's like, smell the roses. And
Okay.
so that's her. But she also loved roses.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So she
no wonder she was like, come look at them. Come stop and smell the roses, honey, you know?
Yeah.
She really wanted me to check them out.
Much, very, very much.
Okay.
And
I'm glad I listened to her.
yeah. And the fighting, so this, I don't know if you guys want me to tell you this now or not.
At this point, I mean, I've done the cold walkthrough, so
Yes,
you can tell us things.
This land, that house and this house and 40 acres around was in my family before I was born.
Oh, okay.
So my grandmother's brother owned this.
Oh,
And so he had that house.
okay.
And I remember being a little kid, you know, the dashboard's right here, and we would turn off of where you guys turned in. And so then this little place was built, and then, you know, it's developed around it and everything like that. And the rose bush, the big one in the back, with that big thing underneath it,
Big fire underneath. Yeah.
that was from them.
Oh.
So I don't know if they had an argument or
Oh.
that type
So I
of
might
thing.
have just picked up some sort of residual memory from way back when, because it did feel like just a memory.
Yeah.
Is how I was seeing it. I was seeing it as like an echo of the past.
Mhm.
And I get that a lot. It's, you know, basically, especially if I touch something, sometimes I'll get psychometry, so, you know, readings. I will feel energy from an object, and it'll speak something to me about the past. So being out there and near those, you know, bushes and everything, I just suddenly saw this image of this couple arguing. I'm like, oh, that doesn't seem very nice. What are they arguing about?
Yeah.
But then it just kind of like dissipated away.
And I know my parents actually, when they were married, when they would fight, they would remove me or themselves.
Oh,
So
okay.
we never lived here.
Oh.
We never lived here, but
Yeah.
that's just the way.
They would do things.
Yeah, and sometimes I personally don't deal with stuff very well because I was always removed from it. I didn't have to actually.
So avoiding the discussions and the problems is,
Yeah.
yeah.
The way I roll.
Well, you can always learn.
Yeah.
Because obviously facing things head on will get you better resolution at the end of the day. Addressing things with love, with honesty, but not running from it. Just looking at it head on and saying, look, this is the situation. This is this is that, and this is how we need to take care of it. Will get a better solution for you. So, you know, practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
You don't have to know how to do everything today.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you're identifying that that's a thing that, and you're not saying it as if you want it to be your forever way you're dealing with it. That's good. That means that you're clearly wanting to correct things that aren't working for you. So you should give yourself some credit for that. You know.
Thank you. In the bedroom, the Afghan, you know, that was something that I won. And again, I don't know if that person knows my family but she was very delighted that I won that, and she made it. She must have told me 2 or 3 times. And I'm so glad you got it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
That's really sweet. There's
Yeah.
some sort of energetic connection with her.
And you picked up on insomnia.
Yes,
And
quite. It was pretty profound.
Well,
So
I listed all the things that I take
yeah,
nightly.
and it
Just
and it's not
to
working.
try to get 6 hours. Everything that I told you guys, just to try to get 6 hours. Yeah.
God.
So I wish I could sleep, and I just don't. And so.
Have you tried a mix of lavender and valerian oil? Since you do Young Living.
I have lavender. I have magnesium. I have
Melatonin.
I take melatonin.
You know, I honestly, I would try a mixture of lavender. You do the oils on your feet. I would try some lavender and valerian on your feet. Put some socks on right before bed. See if it helps.
Valerian.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3.
It stinks like hell, but
Very good.
That's a good one.
mixing it with the lavender really helps.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the night mixes that I use with that particular, you know, those oils, and it really does help. And also putting it on your feet helps, because then you don't have to have it up in your nose. You get it on your feet, and then obviously the pores in your feet are the largest in the body, so they absorb within 20 minutes. All of that's working through you, and obviously being a young living user, you know the safety and, you know, the quality of them, so you're gonna get, you know, a better quality. And I think valerian's under $40. So,
Oh, that's good.
so honestly, you know, get that, mix it with some lavender, give that a try
Yeah.
as part of your regimen. And I don't know if I sent you the grounding document or not, but I will email that to you, and just, you know, try some grounding techniques. It's sort of a visualization and meditative technique. You know, you can sit there and ground and sort of meditate and pray and put those oils on, and that you might find that might help your sleep process, because it's almost like you haunt yourself emotionally. Like, I think that's what a big part of the problem is. So part of it is supporting your body through the process with some of those supplements and that type of stuff, but also maybe working through some of the things that you haunt yourself with. And you know that there's resources for that. You can obviously reach out to the professional community for that, and you can talk to happy little weirdos like us that, you know, we're always willing to listen to. But you've got such a beautiful beacon of light within you, and it really is in there. But it's like you've slammed the doors on it's this lighthouse, but you've closed all of the panels, is what it feels like to me. And I would like you to shine again. So let's get you shining. You know, maybe as bright as that joy. You know, we want you to shine. So you said there was another story or another experience you had besides the A-porting beanie.
Yeah.
You had that whole thing happen where a beanie ended up in a place it shouldn't be. What else has happened to you?
So, Black Friday,
Okay.
I went to a friend of mine's father passed away, and I was setting up at the hall where they were having the gathering on Saturday,
Okay.
and I came home from that,
Okay.
went to my bedroom, turned the light on, and got undressed, got ready for bed, blah, 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 whatever.
Mhm.
And then Saturday morning, I get up and I flip the light on and get dressed for the day, because I'm going to go to the event.
Mhm.
I was there from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Wow.
Busy day.
And yeah, I just helped and helped and
Yeah.
helped, and I received food, and I gathered food, and I cleaned up, and I had people sit. I did everything, and not just me, but there was 2 other
Yeah,
girls, and I was the helper.
That's awesome.
And it made me feel good, because everybody, I wanted to take their, not grief away, but you don't have to worry about
Take
this
the burden
stuff.
off of them,
Yes.
so they could just
This
they
is
could do what they
I'm-
need to do.
I'm here for.
Yeah.
You guys do your thing.
That's
and
awesome.
This is what I'm here for, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
I came home Saturday night,
Mhm.
and I flipped the light on, and the fan came on,
Oh.
and the light.
Okay.
The only way you can turn the fan on is you crawl on my bed and pull the chain.
And that hadn't been engaged for
Because
Quite
it's
a-
winter.
yeah, so no need for the fan.
Exactly.
That's
Friday
a little
night.
odd.
Friday night, it didn't do it.
Okay.
Saturday morning, it didn't do it. Saturday night,
It did it.
That's weird.
And you'd been gone. And so the logic would dictate for me to ask, nobody else has access to your dwelling.
I got an alarm,
Okay.
and
And it was still set.
I'm still set,
Okay.
and
Weird.
yeah,
That is
Weird.
weird.
yeah.
Well, paranormal activity, obviously we have seen it a multitude of times. It does mess with electronics. They can manipulate lamps, fans, TVs, radios.
Pretty much anything.
Yeah, so it doesn't necessarily mean it was negative per se, but it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that it happened after you were helping at a service. I'm wondering if that soul wasn't thanking you for helping the family.
I
It's kind of my thought process.
That's exactly where I went. I didn't
Yeah,
think it was
I think so.
anybody in my family.
Yeah.
And
It was more like a thank you.
and then I'm thinking, well, if I wasn't in the place that I'm at right now,
Yeah.
I still, what the heck?
It's
Like the
weird.
beanie teleporting over there.
Yeah.
Or however it got there. Is
It's a lot of strange things
Mhm.
that sometimes we get our answers to why it happens and sometimes we don't.
yeah.
But
Or
it's
even who? Like,
Yeah.
was it him?
Mhm.
Because it was her dad. Was it?
He may have come to
I think
just
he may have.
he may have just come to thank you.
That's-
Just be like, you helped my family. And what other, he didn't know what else to do, so he had to do something that would get your attention.
So he's a fan.
Yeah, he's a fan of yours. Exactly. And I mean, I think that's really nice of him to do.
That is
Because
very nice.
I didn't feel anything negative in that space. I didn't
No.
feel anything dark in there.
Not
It felt fine, except for the insomnia. I could feel your stuff in there. But like as far as entity wise, there was nothing mean or scary or dark. So, and my other thought process is, you've disengaged the fan now. It hasn't happened since, has it?
No.
Yeah. So.
And it didn't happen. And I turned that fan off October,
Okay.
and again, you have to crawl on the bed.
And actually do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that was nice of him to send a little thank you and then leave you be, because he probably had to move on and do his stuff to help his family.
Yeah.
So, but you rolled up your sleeves
Oh,
and just helped out without expectation,
oh yeah.
and that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So.
And that's me.
Mhm.
You tell me to do something, it'll get done, and it'll get done right.
Good.
And I kick in.
Mhm.
When people are needing something, I kick
Good.
in. I'm not necessarily a leader.
Yeah.
I'm more of a backup person.
Well, you're a good team player.
Yeah.
You find where you're needed.
Yes.
You find your role.
Yes.
You engage wholeheartedly in that
Yes.
role
Yes.
without abandon.
Yes.
And without expectation.
Yeah. Oh God.
And that's truly honorable.
That is very
That's very, very commendable to have that selflessness, to simply just want to add to whatever you're doing without any thought process of anything else, of just how can I make your experience better. And I bet that family really appreciated it, and every other person that you provide that type of love and help to appreciates that you just say, all right, so I'm not here to take this over, or I'm not here to lead the whole production for the funeral and all that kind of stuff. You just, okay, well, who needs to be fed? Okay, well, who needs to, you need to find out where to sit. Here's this. Oh, well, let me take that dish from you. I will take care of it. Oh, let me find a serving, that kind of just go means so much when people just need to focus on something else.
That's exactly.
They don't
what I
need
did.
they don't need to be distracted
Yep,
by
yep.
anything else.
Exactly why.
That kind of kindness is beautiful. And again, that's what I'm trying to say. You have that light in you. It's that beautiful beacon of light that really needs to shine. But with that selflessness, there does need to be balance, because I think people might want to take advantage of that. And they may take from you and think that they can just, because I keep seeing some sort of thing of, they don't get how special you are, and they just want to take from you. And you feel like your voice is echoing out and nobody's hearing you. And so,
I don't know. I'm not trying to talk to anybody.
yeah, well, I just get this impression of like, it's this feeling of when you convey your help, sometimes people take it for granted. And some people respect it and honor it, like the family that you helped. Clearly the deceased appreciated it, but not everybody is taking the time to just to honor that light that's within you. So I guess I'm taking the time to honor that light that is within you, that people should value.
I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I helped a family for 8 months. I lived at their house for 8 months after their dad had an issue in the hospital.
Okay.
And so he wasn't able to do stuff for himself.
Yeah.
So I was at the house helping him, helping her, the wife.
So kind of like a caregiver situation.
100% for 8 months.
That's a long time.
That's a heck of a
I
long
had
time.
my own house in a different town,
Oh, jeez.
and I spent every single night there, and they didn't pay me a dime.
Oh,
So there's that lack of appreciation.
there you go.
And I even had some people in the family accuse me of, well, she just wants to be a granddaughter. She just wants to get the money. She just wants this. And I just
They're
thought,
questioning your motives of being kind, and that makes me mad.
Yeah, I mean, that's terrible.
unbelievable, you
Yeah.
know, broke my heart because I thought, do you think that I wouldn't like living at my own house
And doing your own thing.
and doing my own thing and being,
Yeah.
and, you know, I just kicked in when it needed to, they needed me.
Yeah.
I picked him up off the floor 3 times. I
Oh,
picked
jeez.
her up off the floor 3 times. Each. Separate times, separate days, separate,
Yeah.
you know.
Event. It had to actually bring somebody in and pay them for that. I mean, that would have been thousands and thousands of dollars. All you wanted was maybe a thank you. I mean, at the very least, and definitely not any accusation. So I'm sorry that you had to have that experience. And that's kind of what I was saying, is that there are people that have been ungrateful for your kindness and taken advantage of it, essentially. That's exactly what that's
So-
exactly what I was meaning.
It's horrible too because
Yeah.
It's upsetting.
very upsetting and heartbreaking is that I was giving
Yeah.
and then they were just accusatory of this and that and you know I was
Yeah.
like, my God, what? And you know, they asked me
Yeah.
to be there.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's typical.
Well, that's kind of funny. Like, you didn't just volunteer. Like, if you just volunteered out of nowhere and then you expected a big payday at the end of it, okay, then fine, question. But they said, hey, can you help out? You said yes, you did it, and then you got treated like garbage at the end.
Unbelievable.
That is a different situation, and I'm sorry that you had that
really
experience.
sad.
I mean, that doesn't that leans to where I'm seeing that beautiful healing light in you that sometimes is appreciated and sometimes isn't. But you never stop shining. Still be you. Be the beautiful energy that is you.
It's really hard when somebody does that to you.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, it'll leave you a little bit, edgy and shy
It'll make you not trust people.
Yeah,
and make you
for-
just say,
yeah.
screw everybody.
for quite some time. And take the time to heal. Take the time that you need to heal. Take care of you first, because it is true, you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you're feeling a little empty and hurt right now, fill back up all the energy in your soul first, heal you, and then move forward being your same loving self that you are. That's really the approach and the direction that would be best. Do some self-care for a while.
And you can feel good about what you did to help them.
Mm-hmm. You still did a great thing,
It's a great thing. But
regardless of what they think.
Yeah.
I mean, who else was going to do it?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, hey, just be appreciative for what you did on your end and forget the rest of the opinions. Because, forgive my French, but opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got them.
Yep.
And some of them stink. So,
Yes.
don't worry about it. You did what was right. God sees that.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to see. You don't have to take on somebody else's opinion.
No way.
Because what people think of you is none of your business. It's their problem.
That's their own malfunction.
And if they take it to a certain particular level, then you could sue them for slander and libel. Because when people run their mouth, there's ramifications for that. So otherwise, blow it off. It's not worth your energy. Your energy is so much more beautiful than that.
You gave all that energy, and you've done a wonderful thing. And if they don't appreciate it, then that's fine, but you should be appreciative of yourself because
Yeah.
you were so kind and good.
It's hard to feel that way, isn't it?
It is hard.
Because what they've said and done, it's broken your soul a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
More than a little bit.
Well,
It-
a lot of it.
It really shatters you.
And it's, you know,
Because I loved them.
well, of course, you
And I
yeah.
thought that they loved me.
It's hard
That's-
when people crap on you like that, God.
and that will leave you vulnerable energetically. I could see that really being a burden. When we do the blessing later, I will do a very special anointing and Reiki energy on you.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to try to work at some of this energy through you and work something. I know I'm just one piece of the puzzle. I'm not the end all wear all. But if I can install one new piece of energetic software into you, maybe you could take that and run with it. Because I think it's time for you to heal. You deserve that. I mean, boy howdy, do you ever deserve that. And I'm so sorry that you had to have that experience.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It makes me really sad for you because you're such a good person. You're so nice. Like, you know, you're so nice to us. You put out snacks for us. You're being so kind and welcoming. I can't see why anybody would. So I am so profoundly sorry for that experience.
That's horrible.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add to the walkthrough experience, or would you like to see some meter action, see if we can get anything happening with some of these positive souls that are sharing their love with us today? Or but if there's anything else you have to add, please.
I don't like what my mom said.
Oh, okay. Well, and that's hard. I can't control the dead.
I know.
I wish I could. I wish that I could, because she feels like a hard soul to connect to be perfectly honest. She feels a little challenging emotionally to me. I'm having trouble with her, but hey, that is what it is. I don't know if it's me having trouble with her or if she's the blockade. I'm not really sure. I'm just having trouble connecting with her easily. So I'm not sure why that is, but you know, you have some really helpful souls here. So we could focus on them and bring them forward so they can share their love. Because I think that would probably be helpful for you. Would you think?
Yeah, I always feel like I'm alone.
Oh. This place is busy. You're not alone, honey.
No.
You are not alone in this house. I hate to break it to you.
You're not alone.
This is a full house. There's a lot of light and love and, you know, beautifully transitioned angelic souls that are putzing around here, farting around with stuff, including that little dog.
Oh, I forgot about the
And your little dog, too.
And your little dog too, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, there's all the, like, God, you know, there's a lot of good stuff happening. And I know that, especially out in the sticks, it can feel a little isolating. So I know there's that element of it feeling isolated, and then just feeling the way people treat you, that makes you feel isolated. And then, you know, I don't know if you have any family in town or if you have anybody to even connect to, so that can be really challenging. But I know that you have souls that are here. I mean, we all felt them. We picked up on them already. Maybe we'll get some more from them through some of our devices. I want you to know you are absolutely not alone. You have some angelic backup. Like there's nobody's business, you know.
That is a fact.
Yeah, that to me that's tangible.
So not everybody has people.
Oh, everyone's got somebody. You know, some people
just have
have a
more
whole
of an
village.
angel squad than others.
And also sometimes I can only feel and sense a few of them. You know, in my house I've got, let's see, great grandma, great grandpa, other great grandpa. I think I've got, oh God, don't count the animals. I've got at least 6 or 7 human spirits in my house that are family. Some that died before I was born, some that died after, you know, so I actually knew them. So some are ancestors, and a whole lot of animals.
Yep.
Like they jump in the bed, the animals walk around and do the little thing. It's very cute.
Tippy cat.
So yeah, you know, it's fine. They've transitioned, they've gone to the light, and their free will of their soul has chosen to continue to poke in and say, hey, what's going on? Especially during the holidays. It's a little busier for a lot of people. But your souls that you have are very present for you. But I would say that everybody probably has somebody. It varies on who that somebody is or how many somebodies that is. So even what's really interesting is I've read for people that have been adopted or other type of situations, and so they can't validate who these souls are, and that is hard. I'll get like 5 or 6 people come forward and they will clearly say they are related to that person, but that person never met them, but it doesn't matter because souls know energy, that, you know, that soul knows your soul type of thing. So, you know, regardless of where they are in the family tree, they know you. And so that's true here too. There are some souls that I feel that I don't know really who they are, and they're kind of distant, off in the distance. They could be 3-4 generations back. Great something or other, you know, but they're here to help. Here to roll up their sleeves too, and pitch in a good, you know, hand to make sure you feel supported. So that kind of love that you give others, they're here to give you.
Yep.
You just have to accept it and embrace that. So
Accept the warm and fuzzies.
yeah. So maybe we can help give you that connection through all these different layers. Obviously the walkthrough made sense and validated some stuff for you, and now maybe some of the other equipment can add to the bigger picture. That sounds good. So let's close that and break out some meters. Yay! Meter Palooza. I love meters.